Welcome, welcome. We're gonna continue on our MSQ adventures. Last we left off, doing our Red Mage quest. Go step away. So, continue. Um, let's go up. Never mind. Can't go east. Yeah, we have to go all the way around then. Yeah, it's a shame you have to walk all the way around. It is what it is. Oh, good check. Oh, nothing here. Then you go further down. What do you... What? Thank you. Not very nice. Oh, that's a big one. A very odd question, good friend. Oh yeah, why do you say that as if I'm big or something? Very odd question to ask. We're able to procure a suitable core. Fiend, you're not my bot. Ah yes, this will do nicely. Enough to create a decent sized dose, at any rate. I've got to get to the other ingredients. All that's left to do is deliver them into the hands of an experienced alchemist. But Arya must be wondering where we are. Why don't you go on ahead to Eldershire and avail her of our progress? I'll meet you there as soon as I'm finished haggling the potion mix. Oh, oh, I don't need to. One could dream. What, being a bot? Why? Nice to see you returned. It'd be even nicer if you happened to be in possession of certain stone. Yes, this is exactly what I was after. Nice no time in showing them to the others. It's been far too long since the last ray of hope shone into the villagers' miserable lives. Oh, you have fun with that one. Weird because... Oh, why did it? Oh, I see why. For some reason it hovers over Earthis rather than Gervania. Kind of potion. It's supposed to help with the hunger. That will be one less worry now. He thinks Ron will be back soon. Depends how fast he is at haggling. Is your favorite game? One of them. I'm returned. Arya, pray drink this concoction. I shall tell you of our discoveries in Garabania. Aye, by the gods. The taste was not exactly pleasant, but I already feel much recovered. It's as if a cool stream of water was poured on the fire of in my chest. Don't know how to thank you. Your smile is the finest reward we could ask for. I ask that you do not become complacent. The tonic is merely meant to help replenish your depleted aid. It will do naught to undo the underlying affliction. I understand. If I exhaust my mana again, I'll be back where I was. Savage controlled by hunger. It means I should still give up on training for now. Do you think a Lambard infused me with void scent blood while I was held captive? According to what I found in the Yellowjackets incident records, the span of time that elapsed between your kidnapping and subsequent rescue was not terribly long. And for much of your ordeal, you were shut inside a box. It seems unlikely that there was sufficient opportunity to perform a highly complicated and dangerous ritual. No, we must look elsewhere for the truth behind your condition. You must let me help you. If it allows me to begin practicing magic again, even one day earlier, it is torture watching the moments pass, wasting time I could be using to catch up to you. Get there. I'll certainly try, though I'm not sure what help I'll be. I think we'll have our suffering friend delve into the scrolls for us. The Charlins have left behind a veritable mountain of lore, through which we can dig for answers. What is? I mean, changes, right? You don't just stick to one game forever. Like, currently, yes, 14 is probably one of my favorite games. As much as I complain about Eternal Return, I do still play it a lot. Probably up there. If you asked me 5 years ago, yeah, the answer would have been different. Never played 14, never played ER. I was mostly on like Apex, Paladins, Overwatch, right? So, of course the answer changes. You can't be, it's like, I'll play this one game forever. change. Your interests change. Data games aren't fun as when you first discovered them. Hikaru, I shall leave you to your training. After all, you must give Arya an ever-growing peak to look up to. Oh, I'll have to... Where the heck is Alphinaud? Oh. Way up to the half castle. Why are you up there? No, whatever. Gosh. A very awkward place to be up there, but whatever. The towers should be here any moment, with our ship's captain. They're going by sea after all. Is Merleweb lending us our pick of crimson? Not exactly. You're right in as much as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves. To say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present you to Captain Carvalane of the Kraken's Arms. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, Silence. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the soul of discretion. As many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Ah, but where was I? Oh yes, the Signs of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to serve this. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intend on securing passage to the Far East you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of that region's finest spices, which you steal from gods-fearing merchants out on the high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Well, I for one think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous. Many a poor, unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir to the House Durandal vanished by at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives. He will pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Insert evil laugh. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortune that may befall us should act without due consideration. As long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I'm willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of recent rebellion, I trust you understand I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kurane in Higashi. We require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. He's getting confused. Suddenly, all those hours are past, cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seem rather best spent, may they not? That said, I intended to press the point more obliquely. There was something disconcerting about the pleasure Totaro took in making Captain Carvelaine storm. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations, while they ready the vessel for departure. Totaro and I will procure the necessary supplies. Elise, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Ariane on recent developments. We also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Hikaru and Lise? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Hikaru. These get so convenient. Like 2 different tracks at once, and I can't even fix it. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around the House of Splendors, you take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? You're truly planning to travel to Doma. I do not know. Hey, forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land nestled on the eastern coast of Authard. Along with the banks of the One River, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garlands came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted. Now the river belongs to none. Greetings, Hikaru. Where brings you to Toll this day? What? You're for Doma? Heavens. These Saiyans have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dream did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor, dead. Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banner we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yugiri and Kosetsu in a fight fills me with such joy. Ah, forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held position within Doma Castle. Now it is a home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch, and her host of men and Magitar. Think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage, and the seat of our dear Lord Ryan, has become a den for Garland dogs. Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting. The older domans I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I like to think Eorzeans can just be as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as guardians. But anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually. Or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was following them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was a load of stupid old. Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. Hope they do. Right, no point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Lim's Lominso. Alphino said to meet him at the ferry docks, I think. So this will be a dungeon. Take back my camera space. Fisher. Oh. ID. Oh, are they? Arcanist. He returned, Hikaru. I trust you learned much from our Doman allies, our Doman friends, and Revenant Soul. I'm eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left ports. We'll have time enough to talk on our journey to Kurane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand we're ready to depart. All said, lass. I'll see you to the ship if so. Or the misery. Oh, the misery.
Twelve be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late.
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And take care.
Cool ship. Really far place.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself.
Can only think of the magic.
Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No. As the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the Misery is somehow being of course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on a knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engine appears to be malfunctioning for my present. Telling you, Captain, it's them. Things the lads saw. Things. I don't suppose I can convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example? Sea wolf superstitions and fairy tale, not more. But if you must know, the things which she is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Preposterous. Yes, indeed. It is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible. It is probably a predatory entity of sort, perhaps a siren or a bumside. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader, employing magic to seize and plunder passing these vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse. Let the current take us where it will, and deal with whatever we find out. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it while we venture forth to deal with the cause of our troubles. Then it is settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. Poor little Alphino. Scared of the sea. release. The little fellow is very, very scared. Poor guy. There's no reason not to use Trust as DPS, in my opinion. That's about equal to waiting in queue. Normal people. More or less equal. Let's like, why not? Supposed to not look like Banshee. I don't know what kind of Banshees they've been looking. Not look like a Banshee in the slightest. More of them. Dang it. Let's use this.
I hope you like it.
Hope I don't ever shoot that again. Here now.
Take this!
Island dead ahead. All hands brace for impact. Be fried. Wow, I canceled every spell apparently. Oh, that thing gave me that cast. I think that reaches. Doesn't. That does. God, mage enemy is just so weird. Everything's based off contact of the enemy. Since this guy's center hitbox is closer compared to this one's giant. this AoE actually hit. I don't know. Huge AoE. Very interesting things. Should get used to. Your targeting depends on where the mob is in the back rather than melees or physical range AoE. Some of them are AoE off the person.
Away with you!
This one's for you, Ida. Here it comes.
Maybe I didn't have my dash. I should save that. Well, I think I can do that. Better. 60. The ring will be better. And gear. Will be better than my home gear. It's just worth picking up in case something upgrade. Lightning crystals. Hey, go ship.
I hope you like it.
Gosh. Remember to use the Sweet Dreaming. Magical AoEs cost a lot of mana. They're double of what you would be using on a single target. Remember this stream. Earrings of aiming. Quite what I need.
Away with you!
Staying in the burnt pond. Also known except as scary. Captain says, as it shouldn't go through both men trapped in Purgatory. Poor guy. Double jolted by accident.
I hope you like it.
Focus. Release.
I didn't think about this. Least ever use Faint? Did these guys ever use Faint? These reprisal, but I think it's Faint.
Away with you.
God. You would think they would use Faint. The others.
I hope you like it, Rob.
Too far. My hand gets tired reaching that far. I can, but I don't like to. Far. Ow, 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 ow.
Away with you.
Take this!
I hope you like it, Rob.
Ring
I
of
hope
casting.
you like it, Rob.
Didn't need that. tough when it's constantly scared. Try. No reason to use our 2 minutes. Anyway.
No quarter!
Away with you!
I hope you like it.
They only use interject on things that's not dodgeable. It's a dodgeable AoE, they use interject. That's kind of fair.
Away with you!
Mapping the realm. Graveyard. Ghost of a siren. And the source of the legend. Ow. Ah, let's do it to the bench.
This one's for you, Ida. Here it comes.
I mean, the point of this is just to read here. Read the cast bar name. Morbid advance goes forward, retreat goes backwards. All dependent on your character facing as well.
Away with you!
Feel the might of the Kraken!
Away with you!
I should just use it. Not much. Yeah, we got berets. Rod. A casting boot. I use it.
That appears to be the last of them.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I
Wonderful.
swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
Oh, poor little Alphano. It's so silly.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane. The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to trade. Gone whale soon. Yes. Really? Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties that befell us during our trip. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Content, finally. I'm all for it. And fleet. Glad though I am have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. I am Hysteliating. Follow. Did it? How do you know I'm playing E7 right now? Wait a minute. How do you know this? You know I have it on my phone right now, huh? Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination. Our first order of business should be the secret passage there. That's our mutual server. In Haven Discord. Ah, gotcha. But yes, I do play 6-7. I'm doing my arena runs right now. I'm an overkill. Captain Carvalane, I've realized you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Hawthorne. Were you in our position? At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul who will aid you to the right place. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. It is like the Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reason you were. They must have found a way to Hawthorne, assuming there's not city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. I actually forgot. I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvalane, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? We may find one in the large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. What they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was a ever fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you do not think we traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the navigator watch over you. But welcome. I'm mainly just doing the story again, but I highly doubt I'll be able to do it before dawn trail. Dawn trail is in less than 3 weeks now. Right then, to the hostelry. After you. I'm not too worried about this account though, because worst comes to worst, I'll just pause it and just continue off my main account. And then during the downtime between Savage Release and the new expansion, it probably affords me some time to complete this.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
Character for fun. I'm making a new character so I'm able to raid with my friends. Because I had the same problem in last raid tier mentioned. I only had one account, so if I were to raid with more than one group, so my main static and with my friends, and my friends are just screwed out of a chest because of me. That did not feel good. Not like they deserve less gear, right? So it's a big reason why. Yeah, 14. I like 14 a lot. Clearly. I don't think many people would be replaying the story with an alt. Most would just skip. I have many hours in. Do I have? Yeah, almost. Whether or not, even if they don't buy it, they just skip the story itself. But it's something that I want to do after doing Endwalker. Because there's a lot of story points that I definitely missed when I was going through it first time around. Because I didn't really know much about the world. And 14 was the first Final Fantasy I ever played. So a lot of story points are just gone over my head. At 5,890 hours. A lot. I mean, I have done basically everything you can do.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Here's my... I like our artifact. Our artifact with Dragon Bride Senna.
Oh,
my goodness, it's so
thousand
good.
pardons, my lady. The signs of the seventh dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
I share a picture? 1 second.
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me.
will
Hancock of
vanish.
the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of
ahead.
Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Picture. I haven't done RTA yet. Ah, you play a lot slower. I see. Okay, I can see that. I mean, you did technically have one. Albeit it's not like a true tank, right? Your tank would be something like a mitigation tank. Or, well, Crimson Armin, Ambitious Taiwan. Stuff like that. Then yeah, I guess now counts. Dragon Bride. I'm surprised you guys won it. Yeah, which is more of a counter. I'm very surprised. Because Zio would have taken first turn over your, what's it called, Conk. Well, I guess even if they killed Conk, Chloe was still. Surprised you guys you didn't get through to that. I guess he doesn't have very good AoE with his. Ray, Death Dealer Ray. All my units are effect resistance. Very bad. Yeah. That's very boring. Genua, Senya, Haste, ML Poly. For all of this, still Landy still. Crazy. Crazy how long Landy has lived through the metas. It's actually. Now, Knockwall has come in because it's able to seal. Very good counter to Dragon Bride. As well as Genua. Then, like, this whole triangle also just brings back Moon Bunny as well. Moon Bunny is a good answer to Knockwall as well. This whole meta, man. I would like a difference. I like what's it called? I like the skin. Skin's supposed to be Lionheart Sarmia. Lionheart Sarmia is one. That I'm very excited for. Usually I just go until the skin and then top. I think last season I had something. I don't remember what my RTA win rate was really high, and I just did like 12 matches and then went for the season. It was funny. Those abuse a lot of good characters. I have a good account. I played in release and took a 2-year break. But before I quit, I had a very good account standing. I was able to use a lot of gear and whatnot. Oh, season. Yeah, I ended 11-1. Got the Masters and just got the skin for. What's her name? Oh, I can't remember her name. Whatever her name. Issaria, Briar Witch. Speed. I don't usually play speed too much. If I do, it's on my cleaver. But I don't really use cleave too much. Very situational. I play a lot slower with turn. A lot of my units revolve around mitigation tank, add in Landy. But now that I have Genua, I can hop around a lot of stuff. not much of a turn 1 player. My fastest is Rand, and he's at 300. But I would like him to be a bit faster than 100 without imprints. I'm not much of a person. Yeah, Steelolius. Still a very good unit. Wouldn't say she's bad. It's just, I guess a lot of her strength fell down a bit. Because there are other units that are also very good with it. As openers. Dio is a big one, and you don't really need that much speed. You'll take opener regardless without having. I believe 250 will still take opener from a lot of people. And I just don't have too much of a reason to play turn 1. I don't have an aggressive account like that. Name in FFXIV. Tulky 1. I just started putting numbers after the rerolls. Tulky was my first account, and then it died. Terrible ass reroll. And there was no rerolling. Like there is now. Where you can infinite reroll. Fresh account. Shotgun.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kagane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion.
Check my account, didn't bother. I did. I didn't want to trouble. I think my rerolls, I took Ravi. I don't remember what else it was, because it's been years. FFXIV's been out for a long time. I played it at the beginning. I was fortunate enough to get the end very early as well. So I got a lot of rank fairly on.
I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes
Accepted.
and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government.
Angelica Clarissa now is... Well, Angelica even back then was really... Very good with 5 earned. Clarissa back then was very well. But Clarissa nowadays with 5 earned. Second kill. Katie's... I wish I had more use. I guess she has her need. Some PV. Come on. I mean, it's not the worst to start off with. I haven't seen like Fire Katie's in a really long time since Fire Katie's. Good luck with that. The only way you can play slow against Genoa is if he can stun lock him. Because if you stun him and then bring him down to below half, he won't trigger his cleanse and his enrage. But that's hard to do because most Genuas are combined with an ML Politis with ridiculous speed. Some of those ML Politis are faster than my Ran, which is at 300 speed. Even including plus 10 or minus 10, that's really fast. These are higher than 290 plus they high rolled. They're 10 speed. Like, wow. Extremely fast. So then it becomes like a speed battle, and that's iffy at best. And even if you win this speed, Genua will more than likely just retake over your Bridger. Unless your Bridger instantly boosts themselves. So then it's like, wow. I do not like Genua much. He makes him out very boring. Haste, I understand why they did the changes because he went from a joke of a unit to meta defining, but that's very over too. Haste also does a lot of that. A lot of damage. It's not unfeasible that he can rest someone guaranteed. Really? A lot.
Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
I think what makes this meta even harder is because of Dragon Bride Senna being so popular. A lot of injury bumps are also coming to reduce her strength. You must be Hikaru Akari, Slayer of Gods, Rider of Dragons, Savior of Ishgard, Stealer of Pants. Is some of the more puzzling rumors are the people. I knew it. May I say what an honor and pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company. Pants Stealer. I don't know what they're referencing by Pants Stealer. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way. If you'd be so good as to... Why did we steal pants? Genuinely don't know what they're referring to in that one. Think about that. Oh, but you know, another thing that's like hard with having injury on your team is most Genuas are on foreign sets. So you just do injury, wide injury, and you just like buffing their damn Genua. Like, oh, please. You never win. Either take like 10 million damage from Dragon Bread, Senna, or make Genua stronger. Like, oh, gosh. Very annoying. Everyone, if I could have your attention, we're now standing in Konto. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Souls, which, as some of you have deduced, makes reference to the Aetheryte which stands alone. The design is markedly different from those of Charlian, and I trust the function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar, will wonders never cease. Our Eastern Aetheryte technologies have long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, collection of skilled craftsmen. Regard their ancestral technique utmost. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. Attune if you like. Okay. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the direct. Come, let's move along. Markets are. I will have to pick up all of these. I'm up on the way. I do love Kugane. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane. Kugane Dori. Kugane, as you are doubtless aware, ancient Hingan word for gold. Though in this prosperous part where gold fortunes are made, less fortunes, Kugane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn. Now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh ho, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard won. Hancock of the East Alrenar Trading Company. We are with clients today. Why, if it isn't Master Kaiten. Pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, who recently come from distant Dorzia. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kugane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Kaiten of the Hakuchi clan. It is my honor to serve as over markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currency. Rest assured, you are yours in guild. I invite you to pursue our wearers at your pleasure. Arms, armor, foodstuffs, or potables. Here you will find all of them and more. If there's another. If we may pause here for a moment. The road leads to the Ijin Gai district, the district in which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this be where the foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. You see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. You would not want any physical altercations at all, such spats being strictly forbidden. Garlean herb? When? Because I only really played in early access season 1. I'm active now. I came back in early access season 8. Playing since then. Yeah. I didn't play much. Pretty much quit after season 1. Release season 1 or early access season? This game first came out. Gaming, stream, or Terror. He was a very good player too, Terror, but he has wrist injuries that kind of stop him from playing. Terror is a very mechanically gifted. placing here in the tree. No. Ah, the good old days. The good old days of beach, dock, and hospital. Game's changed a lot though. Since even looting itself has shot. There's no more of those RNG. Which is very good. It was horrendous trying to find battery and dock sometimes. But now they've split everything up into little clusters. So you know a set of things have guaranteed to have X amount. Unless many other people go scout items. Able to get Taffy, a Proster, a Verse, probably. A Verse and Proster. Those used to play, or Mizroy. Sylvia. I don't know who played Sylvia back then. Ebo used to play it, Sleeping Lion. I don't think Rin was popular with Sylvia, or maybe he was. I remember. A lot of us played a lot back then. I don't think I've ever played that much. Early Access Season 1 had a lot of games. I have 400 games in solo alone. 61 games in duo, 65 games in squad. 500 and 500. I played a lot of Rossi back then. Almost exclusive. Played a lot. Nowadays, I don't think I even get up to 400 games ever. Let's see. Last season I had 251. You had 400. Oh, then one I had 170. Yeah, I've heard. It made a lot of old people change it. How would you pronounce it? Istelia? Istelia? I pronounce it. Seki Saiku punish breaches of quite severe. I've seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single. Though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. Istelia, I think, is how I pronounce it. I am very bad at pronouncing it. But cut down then and there. You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurais are a humorous lot. I recall one instance when a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Hingan aristocrat in front of the Seki Saiku. The samurai cut him in half with a stroke. I don't even want to think about that. So as you see it, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, you may be forced to part ways with one another. Or you with yourselves, in the manner of the late Teleji Adeleji. You were right. So that's fucked up. Oh, how I amuse myself. But we must carry on. I've yet to show you the Carlian consulate. Bro, that's not okay. It is not okay. Oh my goodness. Let me go pick up this A thread. Go on. Okay. That's enough of the brass blades. Are they both garlands? That one's garland. Daphnairian. This is the Daphnairian consulate. No, you may not enter without official business. Arian. Is from area of outside. This, as you may have surmised, is a consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gates, and their uniform not different from those you have seen west. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs. All of which goes to show that even a massive empire is seeking to rule all of creation without its artisans. There's oh so much I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights, the pleasure district. We are doubtlessly still weary from our lengthy voyage. Let's retire to the company officer. I think it's the northern ones left. Here one. Back here. A lot in the north. Dino likes. That's Snowy's? From herbs or? Not quite sure, no. I don't think I've really asked for bump. That's not Snowy's, it seems. Yeah, I think it's different person. No, unfortunately I don't. At long lengths, we arrive at our destination. I present you to our humble officer. We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come right this way. Let me use to terrorize them. Why do I have such a reputation? I just played a game. I have this reputation of being a terrorist. You're not incorrect with that statement. Very tiny game.
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
Bookmarks for the next mystic. I don't even know what the next mystic are. I say it. I've heard stories of it's a ML of a dragon. I don't know who. I don't. I had to go to Pity for Senya. Yeah, I've heard that it was either like Mort or Luna, one of those two. I've heard about whispers of who they are. But no, I don't have I don't have mystics. A lot of my mystic summons go to Pity, so I have it.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
I wish you the best of luck. I'm at 175. I'll get my hopes up.
The Aori Shinobi and the Rugadin Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
I'm more looking forward for today. I believe today is when Firefly comes out. Tomorrow. I thought the patch was later today. I was gonna pull for Firefly after I'm done work. I finish work. I get about home at about 2:45 a.m. time. I think Firefly.
Are you sure?
I work night shifts, so I work from 9:15 to 10. Yeah, I'm working late today.
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Arrow is a very fun game. I genuinely do enjoy the game. The story is pretty good. The characters itself I do like. But I also played a lot of Honkai. Impact the Third. A lot of characters I have a lot of connection with already. Even if they're not like one-to-one. Even if they're just XP. I also played Genshin early, but I never really stuck to it. I quit around Shao Banner. There's too much for content dropped. Oh, I didn't want to do Wuthering Waves. I have interest.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
Apparently I only played 2 gachas and FFXIV is not real. I didn't want to add a third one. Concept of gachas I don't like.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast.
Gacha and herbs. Well, before that I have to gacha my teammates.
Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha.
Hello, cute. Morning. How have you been?
Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea.
Yeah, no more solo. I mean, I personally did find solos terribly balanced. I'm not too upset at it being gone. Just very base issue. Been well, trip has been fun. Glad you're enjoying yourself. Well, you. Well, I mean, mostly I'm okay. I've been dealing with a lot of horror stuff. Because 2 days ago, my... 2 days ago, my dad got rear-ended. And I had to go to a collision center yesterday. Put up a report. All the insurance today. Thankfully, no one's arm. But I'll just those being gone, just enough players. I mean, I do think emotes is just better for the game, in my opinion. The solos would restrict you on a lot of stuff. Because Johan, his kit is not made for solos. That thing is horrendous in solo. Some kits are purely made for team mode, right? So then what? You're just gonna tell them, yeah, don't pick your favorite character. Why? That's why. Let alone it just becomes a matchup triangle. Certain characters have good matchups to certain characters. No character with good matchup to ever. So then what? It becomes you aggressively chase down your good matchups and then run away from your bad matchups. And then pray that you're not against your bad matchup. Final couple people feel very rewarding. The only thing people reminisce of is they don't need to rely on someone else, I guess, in a team's aim. And one-on-one fights, I guess. Even though one-on-one fights still happen. But I don't think those benefits outweigh it. I don't think solos are very fun. I liked duos the most. I thought duos was the most balanced out of three. But they show squad. I believe it's because squad was very popular in KR. They really just balance off. That's the reality of it. They don't balance off any. So if KR likes it, KR wants to whatever balance shape.
Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
Nice little overview.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I am told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
I don't like his awkward smile. Awkward smile. Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord's debt, must avail ourselves of one means. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us. I do not intend to dismiss. It's better, actually. It would seem inefficient for us all to venture out to get search for information. Agreed. We need to cast our nets wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But for it to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base here. Indeed, the tower would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning individuals identified. Alize and I will take those in the southern district of the city. The two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of such an eventuality, I take the liberty of preparing some sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu voyage. Wow. Ishtola warned me that you are a bit of an artist. These are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Pretty good, actually. Looks like it's you and me, Hikaru. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Afano is definitely an art. A waste of talent. Wow, Afano's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see for yourself. You may view Afano's sketch at any time during this quest by relevant item in not a bad sketch. It looks more like them than they do. Honestly, you can make a living doing it. Sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Araku at the on-something. Onsen? Onsen. That was it. Honestly, I can't be clever. I don't pronounce things very well either. So what can I really... Oh, Shirogane is the residential district of Kugane. Very pretty. Of a medium house. Down there. Ew. Very pretty. Oh, one of the guards' job is to hold a lantern. The other's job is to hold a sword. The glorious job that guy has, the lantern holder. He shall keep us safe by lighting the way. Very noble task, I hope, I assure you. Come one, come all. Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes, there is naught that the mystical waters of the Okaisen hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what is that in your hand? You seek this aura and this Rogadin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons past or present. Please, we came all this way from Eorzea to find our friend. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Psyche Saikumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there is naught I can do. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that man? What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Otokaze was. Time to leave the onsen. Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality, delivered but the other day. Oh, an Alrige, a Rogadin samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that which you know, Ijin, do not be offended. You're familiar with the situation in lands across the Ruby Sea. The doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of fight. I see, and you are familiar with the ways of the Hikashi. How we elect to stand apart and support no cause of our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us, but pragmatism is essential. A humble island nation ours is to thrive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and Tsukugane is open to each, and we are equally hospitable to all. Or if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes look for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The two individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the route. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of the introduction. I will provide you the names of the captains. You've been a great help, Mistress Otakase. I'll be sure to come back for that wine. You would welcome your custom. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first street, I'll take the rest, and we'll meet here and when we're finished. All right. Good luck. Takes us. Oh, I remember. I remember. I have to go all the way upstairs to go out. Sorry. If my memory does serve of this place. Take us across the bridge to the dock. Finished spice trade. You asked me if I've seen this Alri woman and Rogadin samurai. The woman is unknown to me, and is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him. We travel solely between here and Rats at Hand. It would be an unreasonable. As expected, from a Heinish vice trader. Yes, the rugged gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the sea. I sent him away like all others before him. The woman? Nay, I know her not. Last guy. Might be up on the ship. But before that, I'm gonna pick up this last. Right. Very out of the way. Might as well do it. I want to say he was on the ship. Genuinely don't. Oh, time to explore. Memory fails to serve you. Times. It doesn't give me an arrow down. Let's give me it. The smirk. Passengers? No, we no longer offer that service. Much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told the samurai and sent him on his way. The woman? If it is woman you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty. Ample. I really walked that far? I don't remember walking that far. Wow. Guess I really did. How did... Oh, never mind. Judging from the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait, I've just remembered. There's someone on my list I forgot to visit. Kyoto. He's a Namazu fisherman, whatever that means, and a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Ah, the Namazu. They're quite adorable, but you know, I'm not gonna fish. Anyways, this little catfish is Namazu. What? What? Why do you stare? You have business with me. 5 to 12, a talking fish. Yes, yes, a talking fish. How very observant of you. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness, I will ignore this one. But only if you address me again with a proper manner. Sorry, I've never met, Sorry again. You're Kyoto, right? My name is Lise, and we're looking for some friends of ours. I see. Both these ones I know well. Help them secure passage across the Ruby. Really? That's wonderful. Could you do the same for us? Yes, this would not be a problem. For you, I could charter a ship every day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. A fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? I didn't think to bring any money. Surely Tatara will let us take whatever we offers, right? We wouldn't be the only passengers. Will we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry. The ship must depart under cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset on the Asakari Bridge. Do not forget to bring your fare. Bring many gil, yes? About time our luck changed. Alpha and the others will be thrilled. They're little squeaking steps. There's no door. Even if, you know, West Aim is called, it's probably a trap. Kinda gives you low vibes of, hey, maybe this catfish is a catfish. Greetings, honored madam. Entering the Ruby office. You wouldn't believe some of the things you can find down at the markets. We're spoiled for choice here. Welcome back. We ourselves returned but a moment. Hope my information is of value. We spoke with a number of merchants and captains at the Southern Piers. Several recognized Gosetsu and confirmed that he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Author. None, however, made any mention of Lady. Yes, it was the same story for us. Then you'll never believe what happened. No. That's a good point. Everyone said they've never seen. So this Kyoto claims to have aided both Gosetsu and Yukiri. How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphino. Stupid. What I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making a haggle? Or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part. But it's not what troubles me most. Kyoto and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they're disdained as scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' fortune. Everyone else we questioned stated that Kosetsu was alone. Only Kyoto claims to have met both of them, both him and Yukiri. I suppose it's just possible that Kosetsu made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yukiri once he found a captain. It is equally possible, if not more likely, that you are being deceived. Do not forget that there are parties present in Kurane with agendas which may run contrary. The Viceroy was once a spy herself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to her master. And what better way to do so than delivering her the heads of assertions? Fine, you may be right about it. But if Gildo is working for the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yukiri and Gosetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are. If he succeeded, he might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up to the end of his bargain, well, nothing to worry about, will we? But if he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him till he tells us the truth. So if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well. We should prepare for the worst. The tower will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Once more, I must caution you to avoid physical altercation at all costs. Even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you, the Seki Saigumi will not hesitate to slap you in irons, cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? To review, Lise, Hikaru, and I will meet with the Kyoto as planned. Alphino will keep watch from a distance, ready to provide support in a likely event that Kyoto attempts to betray us to the heroes or girls. Should that happen, you and Lise will subdue him, and together we will make escape. As our actions will surely draw attention of the Seki Saigumi, we will evade them with Alphino's assistance and return here our prisoner. Does that mean with everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if the Kyoto does not play us for fools. I'll see. Bridge. We shall see if the catfish is a catfish. Thank God. Our would-be allies know where to be. Make ready, Hikaru. Something smells fishy. Ah.
He's late.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Squeaking footsteps. I love that.
Enough! Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me, these ones are for Doma.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Nothing personal, yes, yes, just business.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Ah!
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Fair Hysteria. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day or night. As expected, the Seiki Saigumi have caught our scent. Since fighting them is out of question, we'll have to wind our way back to Root Bazaar, evading their patrol as we go. They find you, use these smoke bombs, and make your escape. Using the smoke bombs to evade the patrols, be warned that attacking the Seiki Saigumi result in failure. I think that's the first time you see duty action. I believe duty actions was, yeah. That end. Coaching. First a talking fish, not portals. No, doing Palace of the Dead solo made me learn a lot about their line of sights, enemy line of sights, and what causes them aggro. Very easy.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Korjin. We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think.
Seigumi. Oh, that's a hard name.
You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern, and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path. Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
And you mine.
Good old sword. I'm still annoyed he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night, with half the city guards snapping at our heels. Right then, Yoda should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat. Making the catfish. Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep, or I'll give you another ride on my boots. No more boots. All my secrets are yours for the asking. I'll let you know about Yukiri and Gosetsu, every last detail. If I find out later that you lied to me, No, no, no more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, yes, only him. He asked for a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap as you did us? Because you are an Imperial spy. No, no, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to meet and make ends. So when the Garleans offered a bounty for any dolmens found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. What happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. You will not go quietly, no, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and the Seki Saigumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me that the Ijin they arrested the other day, Gosetsu? Oh, but had I but known. He is in the custody of the Seki Saigumi. I need only see to it that the requisite funds find their way into the right official hands, and your friend will walk free. As it is in Ulda, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstance, it seems we have no choice but to resort to more questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphino. You're free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official. But if you would rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so perhaps it would be best if at least Hikaru and I joined you. Alright, but what about Kyoto? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. You can release him after you've returned with Gosetsu. You'll doubtlessly have some choice words to say to a fellow. Dorobon, mayhap it would be prudent if you prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order. Let us be off. The Seki Saigumi barracks are to the north. No more lies, no more betrayal. Yes, yes, I swear by all the in creation. Kami is their use of God. Their vocabulary for God. Kami. I must ask that you wait here. May be assured that this will not take long. Is it really going to be as simple as he says? I think. He said it wouldn't take long, right? This feels a bit long. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. As much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything, bribery being no exception. I say we leave him to it. Right, Hikaru? Right, everything's probably. It couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen.
How about you?
Was that? That was Gosetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh! This is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisukumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Just like Ishgard, you can fight for your freedom. Once more to the roof. I must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune. We'll tell you all about it back in the company offices. Alphina and Tatar are waiting for us there. What of Kiri? Thing we don't know yet. Where is Yuki? Kosetsu, thank the 12 you are unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster, how kind a kami are to grant to me vengeance. First, I demand you to return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good. Gladly would I return to you the coin, had I not been forced to repay a certain gambling debt beforehand. Settling the matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yukiri? You're not traveling with you. For a time, we parted ways some while ago. Better to improve our chances of fighting Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's and our master. He was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, louder. He seized the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when the army on. Crown Prince was against him and the might of the 12th Prince. Once Lord Hien understood this, bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, fight, that they might have more time. I remained by his side as well. Indicated we carried on our doom, and then one day, in a fierce battle, separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, that to find him, I would need you to aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we have come to aid the Doman Liberation, resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Author. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangsha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Often those talents would seem better applied here in Rane, working closely with the Taro and the Hancock to feed us intelligence. There's a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I'd be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak. Come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers to the task best suited to them. As you all people should know, you are so very good at espionage. For we must all serve each. Very well, it would seem my place is here. Doroban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. I don't know how these people find me when I'm in early. I'm not interested in joining free company. I've been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed, and my ship awaits its passengers. So we depart without further delay. After you, my shelled friend. Insist with me, everyone. The Ruby Sea awaits.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Ah, the heaven on high tower.
A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
How wide and beautiful she is. The Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Many wonderful treasures. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will have to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth while making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel and your life. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tithe, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. So let us go and greet them. Our destination is to the isle to the west. That doesn't look too very far to me. Or why don't we jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the isle. I really need to repair. Really showing off the swimming part, huh? Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 gil says it there. Not bad, call it a draw. Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourself. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Ansui. West somewhere still. Still below. Go later. I fear you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Hikaru Kari, I am Tensui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. You wish to pay the Ruby Tithe, yes? With your gil, perhaps? It's just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. We would pay for their passage to Othard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely. Triple it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the price as to all. Alas, we live in interesting time. As you came from Kugane, I think I need to tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom. The foolhardily sharpen their education. Meaning? Sir, you gotta come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well, I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. But when I hear my men name me a cat before Colban, so I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will. I'm not sure what to make of that. At least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pirates were talking about? Maybe we ought to go in. data current. God, this place is so... Map server. There we go.
Gentlemen, I'm told you are most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pilot. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat. And the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
What are we waiting for? Come, Soroban cannot have gone far. Though now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he would have left without a warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Koshin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to the ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. This right there is an example of why the motorbike faster mount. The same mount speed you get when you don't have flying, or when you have flying. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my brothers. Ours is a complex religion. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiance as a whole. You understand. How may it be praised? Too often our shell is quick to judge all culture. Right then, now that our business with Tensui is concluded, first to without fear. Now. He will attack roar. Let's say if he's still aggroed there, I'm gonna fight him. I should return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business conduct with the pirates here. Ah, that reminds me. Hikaru, would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plan? The more they know of our movements, the less we are vessel by comrade. Oh, you're one of the Ijin from the beach, leaving us already. No need to pay the tithe. Tensui said, on the other hand, if you were to peruse our wares and find anything liking, we'd be glad to sell at a fair price. Yes, you. Do you know of the price? Fortress in the middle of the sea, from which the Bakufu soldiers surveyed us around. The other day, we found one of their men stowed away on confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the ruby tithe by hiding aboard someone else's ship. No one gets away from crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I'm looking to track down the superior of his and compensate him. If I try to sail to the reprice and look for myself, however, he blasted to smithereens before I even make it halfway there. Do you think he'd go in my stead? There's a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He is an old friend and should be able to identify who our captive superior is. Get to it though. Ah yes, just the other day, one of our soldiers displaced. In fact, he is the man after. Trade with foreign countries is strictly prohibited. The man, upon learning his coordinate, disappeared, feared he fought and turned. If what she told me is true, he likely went northwest. I'm tempted to go after this man myself. Alas, that require me to receive the necessary authorization. Take days. Please track him down and arrest him in my stead. Resist, feel free to kill him. Okay. Ugh. Please stop. I would have to be a fool to agree to go with you. I'm so close to the Red Cochin settlement. So close to freedom. Die. Oh my goodness. No, it's okay. I'll burn the Kugani walking. That is way too. That plus the swimming, oh. Too much. Make this quicker by walking. And just simply walk into the gate. So it seems he forced your hand. Perhaps death was best. We'll send word of all that happened to you. But I'm not sure he will be happy to hear it. Ah, you're curious to know how I will inform him. That, my friend. No one's surprised a motorbike can't go in the water. Wow. All mounts, when they go in the water like that, will be not just a motorbike issue. Really want you to swim. New to the expansion. They're damn gonna be used. You have spoken with the Confederates up above then. Excellent. If you're ready to depart, go at any time. All aboard. Then let's be off. I should deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Ansui said the Viceroy was holding court. Fishing village. What? Should Isari chance we question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore. Very well, I know just the place. Here we are. I'm reasonably certain none bore witness approach. This, I believe, have fulfilled the term. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks. Surely we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious man. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the... I hope you should... We finally arrived and authored. All we have to do is liberate Doma. Ah, yes. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in favor. The element of surprise. Unlike in Garabania, the Imperials don't know. Admittedly, that may be our only, considering how few of us. Well, I expect the Doma Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before that, all that, you need to see fishing for Dewey was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the...
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Ah, it's coming again.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere, I think. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now! You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
She's right. They would simply take the villagers hostage. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
I hate it as much as you. Maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do, while taking care to avoid materials. We do need to travel by sea. Oh, I'm sweating. We seem to have evaded our patrol so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and that tower is known as a heaven on high. A mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alpha now. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtlessly already aware. Over there, do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. Can't see a single straight arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you, was it? Calm down, we have nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? You can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run these. We save our strength for that. Or any that give chase. E2 Hikar. Oh, what a cute kid. Look like all that. Walrus. Imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Go. Broken, right? Of course, you're worried about my earrings is the one thing that really doesn't change. Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've even got their own Aetheryte. Wait a minute, I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensi. Means this place belongs to... Oh. Better. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement. We have even a headquarters, judging by the size of this place. So Gosetsu bade us to seek out the Confederacy. Sucker. Self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for a tithe. What wind brings you hither of all places? Are you not bound for authors? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation subject. No? What do you want? Second opinion? Very well. Come with me. Take you to the captain, Russia. Just like that, an audience with their leader. All very accommodating. You must needs choose carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. This will also give me a chance. He showed me in good with people. Beg to disagree, but you believe what you want to believe. Greetings. You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy. So on. I realize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've already broken half a dozen rules far eastern. I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry. I'm gonna stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know. Why he bade you to petition us for aid and succor, I know not. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to our defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive Imperial forces out? Sorry. The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you're capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter themselves. It's imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have achieved. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Guardians declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You're free to come and go as you please. Receive no fee. Thank you for your hospitality. If you would excuse us. Hey, Karu, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on it. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. You must believe we could convince them to help us. Have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. It's no wonder they refused. We've done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses. Once we know that, we know how to earn their trust. West. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no sign of recent or maintenance. Where's that? Take an interest in the ship. Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Ekebune, only take part in major. Not that we've had any of those. Well, if those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around. If it weren't for them, well, what do you smoke about what you can't change, eh? Like. Big slot. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, most are empty. Not too. Had a good look around, and we just have to wait for release. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I want to talk to as many people. It's just as Tensui said, they have no intention of standing up to you. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Under the right circumstances, they help us. I agree. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and they blame the Imperials for the recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire soon. Deep down, they all. The only thing holding them back is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the combat. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with money problems, offering them expert assistance. Won't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. You know it won't last. A look around the western end of Onokoro. You take the east. Fuck. Here, east. A lot of work to do. Army, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the swing? A new recruit from far-flung shores. Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Aokumo below and receive of him medicine for my men of the earth. Then to quick escape Pierre, hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. Coming at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return once. Hey man, motion sickness and building. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner. You are courageous as well. On a beach far west lies a carcass of Kayuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may use. While you're about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat if Kayuki fails you. I did say you would need to be courageous sort. I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourned the child. You there, you. Have you seen this bumbling clod of an aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He's late in returning. A strange boy. He is quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligation. Okay. Our little order quest. Up here, there, and back to assuming there's not part of these quests. Why does it shift and shudder still? Medicines. Give them here. You may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but would do aught to render the stable. You're kind as is. May tell her that I will return to my duty. Cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching description. Careful. Wide area. Don't know where the heck he is. Oh, looking to the rocks on the west. Who are you? You don't look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me. It was by yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own. I was worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat, pushed her out to Ern's claim. For the sea is our home. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in waters, lost her life for it. My vigil is ended. Her vessel has now returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life, placed her faith in it. Yes, that's a very nice touch. Gesture. Wow, that's long interaction. Hopefully nothing attacks me. Because that is a very long interaction bar. What of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some sort? What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel. Huh. So rarely does he give his voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made it. Pray accept this token of my... He had been away for some time, perhaps in search of a Ryuki corpse. I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. But that I could have tended to my own kill, such as life. A pity that the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Ryuki in the game. But as you may have heard, are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure becomes necessary, alas. With every passing day our future grows more certain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that much we take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Ryuki by wandering my neglected hill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. The dolmen we raised in the mountains of his homeland. First time he saw the sea, the sea was after he fled his homeland and came. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. He will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 20 and 5 years ago, when the Imperialists took his land and the lives of his parents. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us some. I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now, and Sui unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Okay, all the way down. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything. Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damn this thing. I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So happens to send three of my mates out there before you came along. Still, more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as baits. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Okay. Also go and power chop. It takes us to places we haven't been yet, but on hold. Obviously. If it is within Eorzea, it would be much preferred. And I hope for that. Greetings, Ikar. Arya and I have begun wading through the sea of ancient texts, but we have yet to fish out any promising cure. I did, however, recall something which may help narrow the search. Long ago, Lambard had one particular book which he would read with uncommon intensity. I've forgotten the title now, but I do remember that inside were scrawled the memoirs of a trained killer, who was executed as a heretic. This criminal is said to have committed a number of ritualistic murders, all carried out with a peculiar form of thaumaturgy. I merely thought it a vulgar choice of reading material at the time, but now I wonder if that peculiar form of thaumaturgy was what kept Lambert glued to the pages. Sounds positively awful, yet it might just give us the clues we've been missing. I'll see if I can't track those memoirs down. I understand it's quite a rare volume, and when it comes to hunting down elusive treasures, it might be worth consulting a professional treasure hunter. Ikar, are you acquainted with Midnight Dew? Why don't you take Arya and pay her a visit? I'll try my hand at a different route. The long shot, but Verona is known to stock truly eclectic range wares. Bird. Be honest. Ah, it's you. Something you need. Heretic's memoir for the young lady. Bit of an odd request, but who am I to judge? Oh, so you're working with Rontia. Thought you wanted it for some sort of tasteless personal collection. Let me think now. Guardian heretic for killings. Oh hells, it couldn't be. One of my fellow salvagers was just telling tales of a treasure he'd spied in the Great Google Library. A rare book called Nightkin. Claims he glimpsed the title as he was running for his life through Rhapsody's quadrangle. It is a sought-after tome for collectors of the macabre, said to be written by an Ishgardian murderer who believed himself some manner. Half a diary, half a grimoire, a chock full of bloody loot. Well, it certainly fits the description. We should head back to Rowena's and share the news. Run. Thank you for your help, Midnight. Eclectic me. Deriving ideas, style, or taste from a broad, diverse sources. Okay, fitting. Yes, Nightkin, that was the title. Written by a killer who thought himself born a fiend. Such a belief would certainly brand him a crazed heretic in Ingard. But I suspect the truth is he was much remembered and made you delve too deeply. You say the book was seen in Great Kugel Library. I have not entered that place since the Guardians departed this land. What of you, Hikar? Like the back of your hand, eh? Well done, I vote for you to be tried. I hadn't known the library's guardians had turned hostile. Sorry, Arya, but you will have to remain behind. No sense putting you in a situation where you're forced to fling spells. Oh, I would have liked to have seen those fabled shelves. But you're right, of course. Come, Hikar. Let us hurry through the hinterlands, ere some intrepid scavenger away with our prize. Off to fly to the Great Kugel. Quite a journey. They're very big. Can't take one. How did the wheels spin when we're here? Right, let's not dawdle once we're inside. Make straight for Rhapsody's quadrangle and leave as soon as we acquaint acquire the tome. From what I remember, the book Lambard would read was of a fair thickness and bound in leather covers. Hopefully it will not be too difficult to find. It's more than a lair than a library. Ow. Why does it take them so long to do for cure, by the way? I guess I've recurred this forever. Does heal a lot more. Find that. The year 9060, 6 after all era, murder did occur. A member of the clergy was struck down by the knight whose name was Ifanil, wet his blade in blood after witnessing the unthinkable abuse of orphaned waif on intense. May his conviction that face a corrupted faith be praised. The book here. This page contains incredibly detailed pictures of female deities, various stages of no male divinities appear in this collection. Oh. During the Thorn Dynasty, a series of unsolved killings shook the very foundation. The murderer was so named, practiced hard from the deck of Arcana by the bloodied lion. Officials publicly suggested that the murderer selected targets as several key figures of a faction that opposed the royal house were prominently victims. However, it was whispered that the seemingly random slaughter was cover from assassination. Ink has faded upon eligibility. Today I visit the 12th Wood. Lady Amidine of the Dartancours, regular patron, bid me call upon the household. I set off with confidence. Masterpiece in hand goes within the walls of Hawk Manor. I beheld the true pinnacle of perfection. What the heck? Give me one moment. I am the descendant of demons, a side of tainted blood. It is my burden born into darkness for the Nightkin. I pen these words. The holy men will insist my teachings are madness, the ravings of a deranged killer. We shall learn that all I scribe henceforth is eldritch truth, and their faith a twisted lie. Yes, we found it. There can be no mistake. We needn't tarry in this place. I breathed my fill of parchment. You did well in there, Ikar. I never have known acquiring a book from a library to be such a strenuous endeavor. May I see the tome? Yes, the author does certainly seem convinced of his demonic heritage. I can see how the clergy of the time would have passed these writings off as a heretic's delusion. The spellcraft contained within is aught but incoherent rambling. Within his memoirs, the mage has provided specific instructions on the workings of forbidden sorcery. Little wonder that Lambert spent so much of his time studying the tome's secrets. But there's more, much more. Let's return to Ildashar. Arya needs to hear this. Well, after this is probably a good time to end this in. I've just finished slogging through the last pages of the Nightkin. There are truths I discover which made it difficult to continue. Amongst the mounting sense of horror, I found hope. Thus, I bid you listen until the end of my tale. I should begin with the author himself. And so this man who wrote the Nightkin was not merely some disturbed killer, but a mage who had mastered the arts of the ancients. Exactly so. A century ago in Ishgard, this monster in mortal guise devoured all manner of forgotten texts, teaching himself everything from red magic to machi summoning. The secret of his seemingly inexhaustible power lies in his bloodline. He was directly descended from a archmagus, who had ingested the lifeblood of the void-sent Queen Lilith. In fact, it was this very archmagus that the vile practice of infusing oneself with void-sent blood first began. I believe I told you how the red mages later outlawed these rituals, but the damage had already been done. Lilith's insidious energies had been passed on to the archmage's heirs. This clan of aether-drinking spellcasters became known as those who were born in darkness, the Nightkin. The revelation which truly shook me, however, was yet to come. I discovered that Lambard was a scion of the Nightkin clan, and quite likely, so are you, Arya. The book's author was of the Callowise family, a surname shared by Lambard. No small amount of trepidation, I determined to look once more at family records, and learn that the Callowise name was also prevalent on your mother's side. This can be no coincidence. Are you saying that poisoned blood runs in my veins? Explains your paternally strong affinity for black magics. When I remembered that Lambard was of a similar arcane disposition, the connection is even more obvious. He had no need to ingest fiendish blood. He simply awoke the corruption which had always lurked within him. The rituals for doing so were clearly described in the pages of Nightkin. Were these rituals performed upon me too? Again, it is doubtful considering the complex requirements. My theory is that your latent talents were stirred into wakefulness, quite by accident, through your induction into the ranks of the Red. I wonder, however, why the same awakening that took years for Lambard occurred so swiftly in you. An innate affinity, maybe. Whatever the case, that this unstable condition was triggered by your desire for control certainly explains Lambard's parting barb about the injustice of fate. But all is not lost. There is a way to undo the curse of your lineage. The first Callowise drew Lilith into our physical world by providing a mortal host for a soul to possess. He stood unflinching before the Phoenix Queen at summit, and forged with her a bargain of blood and darkness. Once the Archmagus had partaken of her essence, however, he entrapped her inside a heavily glyphed box. Her material form thus captured, Lilith was unable to return to her shadowy realm. It was written that her imprisonment on its plane of existence, her act, lest the potency of her blood be pain. You understand what this means, Ari? I think so. The corruption inside me will only last as long as that Voidsent Queen remains in the world. Oh, I see. We need not find that box, but banish Lilith back into the void. Exactly right. Defeat the Voidsent and the curse upon your blood is lifted. Of course, a creature of Lilith's stature would ordinarily present a near insurmountable challenge. We are fortunate then that the summoner bound her essence to a feeble vessel to prevent her from manifesting her full power. Even we few should stand a chance against lesser incarnation. Now it appears the author succeeded in tracking down Lilith's person. And though the book makes no mention of the event, it is entirely possible that the book passed in his possession. Our surest bet will be to follow his footsteps, rest, and prepare, my friends. We have an exciting adventure ahead of us. And so, next one's at 8. Okay. And so that'll be it for now. We're at about 62, so we're still very early into Stormblood. But we're making progress, nonetheless. Anywho, I'm done for now. So thank you for watching and sticking around. Have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are. And take care. Bye-bye.